Hey friends, it's Brooklyn Maple with Legendary Cooking on River City Weekend. Today we are going to be making another perfect brunch recipe, which is our ham and kale quiche. Please do not lose yourself whenever I say kale. I promise to you this is going to be utterly delicious and just the right amount of nutrition. All right, so we are going to start with the overall base of the quiche on the stove. We have it currently at medium-high heat, and we also preheated the oven to 375 degrees so we can make sure it's getting ready for the pie crust. We are going to start with 1 tablespoon of canola oil. We all know that kale takes a little bit of time to cook, so I always like to get the mushrooms just a little bit browned and then start working on the kale. Now that we've added the dill and the parsley, we need to make sure to take this off the stove and let it cool completely. If you are in a hurry, feel free to put it in a bowl and pop it into the fridge. As we let the rest of the base cool off, we are going to be starting with the crust. For this, I am using a frozen rolled pie crust, obviously not currently frozen, and we are going to be placing it in an ungreased 9-inch baking dish. And what you're going to want to do is just softly press it into the sides. We are going to put it in the oven at 375 degrees for roughly 10 minutes. Once it is completed, we are going to take it back out, and that too will also cool completely. I always believe in multitasking. So as that is currently baking, we are going to be starting on the filling. This is possibly the easiest part of it. We are just going to add 4 eggs with a little bit of cream and then also a pinch of nutmeg. We are going to set this over to the side and let the crust finish cooking. Then we are going to bring it out and also let it cool completely. We let this cool off, and now we are going to assemble everything before we pop it into the oven. We are going to start with the kale and the ham mixture, followed by the cheddar cheese and the eggs. When you're pouring the mixture, make sure that you don't go too fast. You want to give it enough time to settle to the bottom. We are going to put this back into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. Make sure that you keep checking on it. You do want to make sure that the outskirts of it is cooked, but the middle is still just a little bit jiggly. And there you have it. We finished a beautiful ham and kale quiche in really under 40 minutes. We couldn't be more impressed with it. Now, you don't want to get too excited and cut into it too quickly. You need to let it sit for about 15 minutes. But after that, make sure you enjoy this with preferably a side of mimosas. We hope to see you next time on Legendary Cooking with River City Weekend.